Warning: the views on this program might be triggering to some individuals. The views of the host are his own and do not reflect the views of any guests. If you find yourself upset or angry at some of the views and opinions of this show, you can simply turn it off. We celebrate diversity and freedom on this program, and diversity is not only unique to a certain set of philosophies or ideology. The beauty of this country is that we can have a difference of opinion. Not all nations or countries can say the same, and one day, we may not be able to say the same either.
All right, guys, we're rolling.
Let's roll. All right, here we go. Hello, guys. I'm Paul Bryant, host of The Last of the Dying Breed. Today, we have our first guest, Craig Patterson, a.k.a. Raphael. So, we've got a few questions for him. Let's dig deep into his mind and find out what he's got to say, see how he ticks. Craig, obviously, I got to know where Raphael comes from. Is that your birth certificate name? Is it God-given name? Where does it come from?
Raphael comes from my grandpa,
Okay.
who originated in Germany. Actually, we both even look alike. Irony. And
Right now, y'all look alike?
well, yeah. He passed away in his 50s-ish, way before his prime. But our faces are very similar. And Raphael stems from Germany. If you say it correctly, you got to spit. Raphael.
Okay. So can you say it correctly for me?
Raphael.
Okay. I got close.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. Well, do you go by that name every day or at work, or how do you do it?
It depends on the job. When I went to work at Amazon, it was Raphael, because that's what they want your first name on your name tag.
Okay. So that's on your birth certificate.
I go by Craig.
Okay. So Craig's your normal name.
Yeah.
Well, the Craig that from the past is, I know you wanted to get in the movie world. I know that I've heard through a good friend of mine that you actually moved to California to pursue your dreams.
Yeah. I knew that they did, the premieres for the TV shows in January, in the month of January, and that's where I wanted to go. So I wanted to try to get in where they're going to be doing the pilots and stuff. Mm-hmm. I had a little accident with my car before I could leave, and it delayed a little bit. But I went to Dallas where my brothers live, and from there I went on and hit the road. Okay.
So what was your first, is there anything that we're a bit familiar with you tried to audition for, or what anybody know out there in internet land?
Well, it's the one and only, because I was only out there a couple of weeks, unfortunately, was a USC college student film that I auditioned for.
You know what I get in return? I get shit.
So you must have gone to school, film school, at some time.
Yes.
So you got some education on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sheriff Foley, plug.
Okay. He's plugging.
She's awesome. She was my film coach.
Okay.
And she knows how to, as Hunter would say, dial me down, because I'm usually too over the top. I'm stage more than I am. So my film director tries to keep me low key.
Somebody crack you over the head when you get out of control?
Yeah, she'll just stop the film. All right, now
okay.
You're over the top. So.
All right, well, cool. You got somebody to regulate it. Well, who'd you stay with out there? I mean, how does that go? There's a lot of people out here want to know, people pursuing their movies and acting careers, and a lot of people do it. A lot of people don't make it, but it's worth a try. I assume you've never done it.
Well, in 2017, while I was in Dallas, I got to get on with Uber, and you got to eat, and you got to be able to find somewhere to sleep. So
that was your job. You were Ubering.
I Ubered, and I also got on with DoorDash. And the thing about that is, I don't know if it's that way now, but you had to go there, and you have to change your region on your phone, or you can't get any gig, any rides or any deliveries.
Gotcha.
So I got out there. First thing I did was get on the ground floor in Dallas, build my rep, get 5 stars as a driver, and I said, well, this is going to be how I'm going to eat every day, and how I'm going to sleep every day. Is how.
You mean like stealing people's food, or are you actually paying?
No, okay. I actually delivered it.
I gotta ask, man, because I've seen those videos out there that people eating people's food.
French fries are tempting, but no.
But you did do that some?
No,
don't lie.
No,
I don't believe it.
But anyway, it was cool. You have to. My advice would be is have a plan. to make money on the side, whether it's going to be a waiter out there or waitress, or you're going to DoorDash. Or
We see that in the movies a lot, actually, whenever they play in the movies, that's their hopes and dreams, and they're always waitresses and stuff like that.
And more times than not, I lived in my car.
Okay. So you actually, what do you mean more times than not? I mean, when you went out there, were you hoteling it for a while until it got expensive?
I only hoteled it when I lost my vehicle.
I mean,
I've
lost my vehicle at the airport before.
I had an accident, yeah.
Oh, okay, so you totaled it.
But well, before that, I would stay at a park, or I would even stay at the parking lot of Planet
Walmart.
Fitness. Planet Fitness.
Oh, heck yeah, Planet
Well,
Fitness.
see, that's another thing.
You went and showered in there,
I had
too,
to
didn't
find how to place the S&S.
Yeah.
Shower and shave.
Yeah.
So I got the black card for Planet Fitness, so I can go to any Planet Fitness in the nation, and that's where I would take a shower and I won't smell like a homeless man.
They got nice showers. There's no doubt. I mean, I got the black card too, and I shower there. I don't shower at home because it's just I like the tile.
Yeah.
Man, well, that's crazy. So I know that you had. What about a game show? The Wheel of Fortune. Is this what I hear?
Oh God. Well, actually, they auditioned here in Biloxi, Mississippi, for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is an audition like? You
It's
look it up.
nuts.
When they were sending it on Craigslist. Did they got auditions here or there?
Honestly, I don't remember.
You
but
found out somehow.
It probably was on Facebook or something.
Right.
And I went out there, and but they pick your name out of the hat. My name never got picked. So you're actually an audience member, or you're a player. And
So you just showed up?
I showed up, put my name in the hat, and it never got drawn. But they said if your name doesn't get drawn, if you interact as a good audience member, they'll pick up on it, and they'll still call you. You have to have a lot of energy. They want some people with a lot of energy. So it's fun.
You actually made a video and sent in. Is that what you did?
Oh, later on I did. That's on wheeloffortune.com. You can actually. I shot a YouTube video and just linked it on the page. So hopefully you'll pick me as a contestant. I'll try to keep the smile on throughout the show. Raise the banner even if it's bankrupt. Pretty sorry, Seb. I'm out my car and I'm homeless and I need some money.
Yeah. Yeah. So never got into prostitution or anything like that?
Nah, not yet.
Yeah, you'd definitely gone broke.
That's right.
Yeah.
I gotta eat, so that's why I DoorDashed. And
Okay. Well, that's cool. Well, that brings me to when people do that, they normally don't have relationships. You have kids now. You've been married. Were you married at the time?
That brings up a good topic. Not a good topic. It brings up the topic. I was married. I've been married twice. My second marriage, we were separated when I was doing the acting thing. We weren't actually together.
Okay.
I have two great boys, Jake and Luke from second marriage, and a great daughter, Sierra, from my first marriage.
Okay, so I got you. So you've been married twice.
I've done the dance twice.
Okay, so I've known you for a long time, actually, and I didn't know that.
Done it twice.
Okay, so
I recommend at least do it at one time.
No, I'm not. So all right, so you got we got some giggles coming from the back. Why are you giggling back there, Mr. Producer? You got a question or something? You got any?
Just keep rolling.
All right. So, being we're on relationships now. As far as are you in relationships now, or have you got what do you do for your pastime, hobbies?
I'm not. I hardly have any time now. I deliver for Walmart. I still DoorDash. I still Uber.
Oh, you still DoorDash?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still
didn't know that.
And I work at Goodwill for insurance purposes only. And
Well, I knew you did that, but I didn't know that you DoorDashed.
I wake up early in the morning, about 5 o'clock, and I get on up and eat me something. At about 6:30, I hit the old app and see what's out there. And usually about 7 o'clock, I get a hit. And I have deliveries done by 8:30. I hit the road and go to Goodwill D'Iberville. And punch the clock at 9:30. Work till 6:30 and home.
So you're a lazy llama bean. Okay, I didn't know that. That's you got to do a podcast and learn about people you know, because I had no idea that he did that. So, but that's why we're here. That's why we do that. But this is our initial show. We're just trying to get it kicked off, and I don't have any initial questions for you right now. But I know the producer of the show has known you a long time too, and it's. Hunter, you got anything you might want to ask our guest?
Yeah, you probably won't pick up my audio here, Craig, but you know, you were working at AT&T. Let's start there.
All this and that. Yeah.
Yeah, you were at AT&T, and you decided that you wanted to pursue your career. I want to hear the details of it. What were you doing? What was the decision to cash in your 401k and say, F it, I'm going to LA?
Well,
walk through that. Come on, elaborate on it a little bit.
Gotcha. Well, I worked for AT&T for 9 years, and they decided to shit can me. And I don't want to interrupt you because I definitely want to hear this, but everybody gets terminated for a reason. Right.
And why would they have terminated you? Anything you did, or
they had this policy where I had to pull up all this programming in order to answer a question for a customer. I've been there for 9 years, and I can answer it off the top of my head without pulling anything up.
Procedure.
And so it's a procedure thing, and they kind of wrote me up a couple of times on their defense and saying, you need to change, you need to do this, that, and that thing. Even though I solved the customer's problems, 2 days after my birthday, they gave me the boot.
Yeah, they don't care about dates.
And I was about, how old was I? That was 2014. So I was still, younger than I am now. And I still had, some energy and life in me. And you know what? I heard someone told me about background acting. And I said, you know what? Now that I'm not working, let me see what happens with this. And I got on to, you go on to actorsaccess.com, put in your profile, you put in your height, weight, what you can wear, what you can't wear, if you've got any tattoos, all this information. And you go out and you put yourself out there, and you either get callbacks or not. My very first callback was for NCIS New Orleans in 2014, and the same day, Tyler Perry called.
Yes, I understand. I need somebody to come and grope my left breast.
So I had NCIS on one hand and Tyler Perry on the other hand.
At the same time?
At the same day.
So you had to make a decision which way you
I already told NCIS that I was doing their show.
Okay.
So I felt obligated. So I really wanted to do Tyler Perry.
For sure.
Because Tyler Perry is my... He's the guy that lived in his car for 2 months. Yeah. Talk about somebody that lived in a car.
Yeah.
Before he landed Diaries of a Mad Mother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got great stories.
A black woman. And,
great stories.
And so I had to tell them that to please keep me on your short list, but I've already obligated for the same day.
Mm-hmm.
If it was different days, I would have done both. The same day, I did NCIS New Orleans, and I've done NCIS New Orleans a handful of times. Yeah.
All right. With that being said, as far as is there money in this? Do they pay? A lot of people want to know how this background stuff goes. So.
Well, they give you a call and they say, "Are you available?" And you have to tell them yes or no. Of course, I said yes. They give you the location, the time of the day. They say you need to be there. They ask you to bring some selects, some clothing selects, and
just so you have to change out for different
things. Just in case they want you to see what you're wearing. If you don't have what they were looking for, they usually have stuff there.
Gotcha.
But they want you to bring selects.
So if you show up with like a tutu or something, they're going to say, "No, you don't look good in that. We're going to put you in some coveralls."
That's it. We're going to put you in.
But not that you showed up in a tutu or anything, but you could have.
But you do it for the role, whatever role you're in.
All right. Well, I'm looking at.
Sometimes you get a call for. Yeah. Sometimes you get a call for a cop. They already have a uniform for your size, so you got to go out there, and they'll date you in time before what they call a wardrobe fitting, and you go there and they'll pay you $25 just for the wardrobe fitting. That pays your gas basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Then for the actual role, they usually pay you about $80 to $100.
Okay, a day.
A day.
Okay,
and a day could go from 6 hours to 12 hours. Really can.
Yeah, no doubt. Because there's nothing like I said. We're on the amateur scale of making movies, and it's this. We tell our people it could be 10, 12 hours. So you plan for the long time, because nothing ever goes perfect. Nothing ever goes smooth.
Right.
But a lot of people kind of wonder how the background acting, because a lot of people are interested in doing it. They just don't know how to get involved with it to do it. A lot of people just want to see behind the scenes and then see celebrities and stuff like that. That's a big deal. But You know, because it's not a lot of money, but it's enough to get you there and for them to serve the purpose. Because background is hard, to, you know, to get everybody.
Well, you could actually get pulled if I knew Spanish for Our Brand is Crisis that I did with Sandra Bullock.
Got some range.
If I knew Spanish, because they pulled me out of the background, they pulled me aside and said, "You know Spanish." If I did know Spanish fluently, I'd have had a speaking role, which would have paid me $1,000.
Right, right.
So, and I would have been, you know, I could have credited that, and who knows what would happen. Yeah.
Well, we've been. Go ahead. I was just going to touch on something else. Go ahead.
Speaking of Our Brand is Crisis, I almost steamrolled Sandra Bullock on set.
Did you? Well, have you ever come across any celebrities in close proximities and, you know, talk to them or whatever without?
Oh, no.
You ain't got a lot of me.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
Come on.
If somebody wants to know, talk about needing to know something for background acting, you never can approach an actor.
But that doesn't mean that you didn't, because I know you well enough that you don't go by the rules sometimes.
Tempted to, but no, that means you get walked off. You may never be a call back ever again to anything.
I know from experience, dude.
You get blacklisted, is what you're saying.
Right.
Well,
so,
do you show up on set with your hair is always styled like this? I just can't keep. I keep looking at it. It's just I'm drawn to it.
Now, this is my my tribute to Tim Conway, my favorite all-time actor.
Okay,
of all time.
so where's the rest of the outfit? I mean, I know it's more
It's
to it. It's
probably a size, 2 sizes too small for me.
Okay, so you couldn't fit into it. That's the truth.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to show up here with this costume, and if we could get here in a little bit, our producer to pull up a picture and overlay and see what he's supposed to be. But he rolled in. His head must not have got too big for the wig, so there he's got the head. So I'm trying to one up him. My girlfriend left her. She calls it a headband. I call it antlers. So it's antlers to me.
Can you pick up cable?
So, dude, I got Tokyo right here. I got Tokyo. That's what it's feeding in. That's where you think I'm getting my questions from.
That's right. But when you do a background acting job, you got to go all the way back to the very beginning, because they're gonna do the same scene dozens of times.
Exactly.
And it's called going back to one. Going back to one is you go all the way back to where you started from before they said action. Well, they say go back to one, and I have my head down, and I'm going back to my starting position, but I'm not paying attention to where I'm walking to. And Sandra Bullock's like, and back then I weighed 260 pounds.
Yeah. You were just trying to make the breast of things?
I was trying to make it there as fast as possible, and she almost got decleated.
Decleated?
Decleated.
Decleavaged?
Yeah, that too. Okay. Everything, because she would have been flatter than a flutter.
I like Sandra Bullock. Just not to get off the subject, she's one of my favorite actresses.
Yes.
She's awesome. She doesn't take herself seriously.
I'm surprised I didn't go walked off the set, because I did wink at her, so there's that.
All right, speaking of winking, you're a pretty flirtatious guy. I hear these stories all the time. So, can you got it. What's your last flirty story? I heard a story one time that you contacted somebody from work.
Oh my God!
You know where I'm going?
Yeah, I think I know where you're going.
The number off the check.
Y'all
know how to on the check stub.
Oh my God!
She wrote a check.
Oh God!
How'd that go?
Oh God, that got me fired. That's how that went.
Let's hear it. Let's hear the whole thing.
Oh jeez.
Let's hear the year,
All right.
the place.
Well, I'm in my 20s.
Executive producer says, "Bring it."
Oh, I'm in my 20s then. You talk about young. I was a young, snotty kid, and I got my first job out of college working for Hudson Salvage, and they finally decided for some reason to put me at the to take fill in for cashiers from time to time. They call
trust you with money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not.
And it's fine. I'll never forget it. She wouldn't even. She won't remember. She won't. I got this beard on, so I'm good.
No, she ain't gonna remember you. She will not remember you.
But this fine thing walked up to the
my
counter.
fine or your fine?
Probably you're
even my fine. Okay.
You're rating a fine.
Okay.
Way above my field.
Okay, so she was out of your league. So
she's in the field of dreams. She's like, if I build it, maybe she'll come.
Okay. All right.
But
all right.
Anyway, she comes up to the counter and she's smiling at me. She's giving me eye contact. That's my big thing is eye contact. She's giving me eye contact. She's smiling at me. And back then, in the good old days of 1994, the year, you had to write down the address and the phone number, everything.
Social on there too. Wasn't it social on there?
So Social Security number.
Social Security number.
And if I was technically inclined, I could have bankrupted that woman.
That'll be a different episode about the thieves.
If I could have bankrupted her for rejecting me. But anyway, I got her phone number, and I said, and for some wild reason, I said, you know what? She likes me, so she'll appreciate it if I call her. And how many times I could count both hands that? How many times?
Hold on, I'm sorry. I got to hear the story, but did
Wait.
he just say she would appreciate
it
if
call.
I called her?
That's right.
Okay, I just make sure. I'd have to go back to
these
edit
are ideas going through my mind. Not only that, she will be, happy that I called her, right? But how many times did I pick? Back then, you had a thing what's called a receiver.
Yes. Now she hit buttons.
How many times did I pick that phone up and go, no?
You were scared.
About 20.
So you knew it was wrong.
Yeah, about 20 times I go no, and then finally I sucked it up and I said, what would Paul do?
I didn't want to go to jail. I would have done it. Don't put me in all this.
I said, what would Paul Bryant do?
Okay, so
And
that's what I would do, I guess.
I'll just pretend to be him. And hello? Yeah. I had her name and everything. I had all of her information in the palm of my hand. Who is this? Oh, this is. I should have said Steve.
Yeah, just somebody else.
Yeah.
Hunter Bickham.
Hunter Bickham.
Hunter Bickham.
Leslie Gunn. Anybody but myself.
Get him.
But I said, this is Craig. And then the next question was, how did you get my number? And my naive self
told her the truth.
So the very next day, I
call
go
that
into work,
naive.
and the manager already hated my guts because I was pulling 70 hours a week over there making more money than he was making.
Yeah.
Because he would pull your check. No, seriously, he would pull your check and see how much you're making and hand you your check every day. Back in '94, you didn't do digital
Transfer,
deposits.
deposit.
You handed your check. So I was making $800, $900 a week, and the manager's going. I knew he was pissed. He was mad at me. Maybe he thought I was going to get his position. I don't know. The guy was really pissed.
Oh, he was scared of you.
Instead of giving me something like a verbal or even a written warning and say, look, you can't be a cashier anymore. You're going to have to be in the warehouse.
Demote you, yeah.
Demote me something. Your ass is fired. See ya. So, yeah. So just by a flirtation, one flirtation by Craig Patterson gets his ass fired.
That's not one flirtation. That's stalking.
Yeah.
That's stalking. Okay,
It's
but
stalking and talking.
You glazed over what she might have been saying on the other end. She just hung up. The conversation was short. It sounded like she hung up.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
She didn't ask you how you got the number or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. She asked. Yeah. She
And then you told her the truth. I got it off your chest.
I came out with the truth and stuff. Said, well, a friend of a friend of a friend.
Dude, that was definitely when you dick up like that. You're going, hey, this is Hunter Bickham, and Paul Bryant gave me the number, so thought we'd be a good match.
Yeah.
That's the way it would have gone down, but
she wouldn't know what I looked like. All these things. I mean, in my naive mind, she was attracted to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Narcissistic, naive mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
No, I said she would appreciate it if I called her. In fact, she's sitting on pins and needles waiting for when's she gonna call me. But yeah, things we learned growing up.
God, we got some editing to do. Okay, so, bruh, I've known this dude for a long time, and he's surprising me still, and he surprises me every time I see him. So, all right, so you got fired. Did it follow you? Did they let you? Was that the reason for termination, perversion, or did they just?
Oh, I don't. That's a good question. I have no idea because they don't. Your future employers don't tell you.
Yeah.
Or non-employers.
Right.
I got on with Singler and then AT&T. So.
Singler?
It was Singler back then. Remember Singler, the orange guy with the emblem.
Yeah, the telecommunications system. We called it Singular.
Okay. Well,
Singular.
Singular.
Sinclair is okay though. That sounded like a military branch version of the Marines.
But Singular was a good company.
Yeah.
Until AT&T bought them out.
Sinclair.
And you know what? I talk about having phone numbers. I had phone numbers left and right that I could have.
God, you went straight to Singular?
No.
After stealing a phone number?
No.
So that was later?
I went on to Babers Leasing, rent to own, and did that for a little while, and became a manager actually.
God, they don't know until they find out, do they?
Yeah, I guess the manager got me at some slack and didn't go, this dude called a chick.
Even though he was jealous of your paycheck.
Right. Yeah, he was jealous, man. Well, you should have seen his eyeballs when he handed me the check. He's like, you know.
Can you zoom on that face?
Yeah, he's like,
Hold on a second.
no, seriously.
You got it. Okay.
This is how he looked when he gave me the check.
Wait, he's going to call it. So he's going to say, hand me your check. You're fired.
Yeah. Well, no. He's got to be like me. I'm got to be the manager. He's like,
yes.
Give me my paycheck.
What was his eyes like?
Okay.
That's what they were like?
Go ahead.
Yeah, like,
Hand
so when he goes, hand me my paycheck, he was like, like, I can see MF on his eyeballs as he's handing me the check.
It's like
How did the girl look at you to make you think that she liked you?
Yeah,
Oh.
tell me that. Oh, that beautiful smile glazing in your eyes. I'm the girl.
Does that turn you on?
No, I'm you. As a matter of fact, it did.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
you.
serious. Okay,
I'm you.
This is for real. This is a take.
I'm
Take one of
well.
how a girl looked at me that I thought was attracted to me.
Go ahead.
Here's my check.
I'm the girl.
No, you're
Get
the,
it? What?
no. You said you want the look of the girl. I'm the girl. You're not the girl.
I'm
Get it right.
I'm you.
You're the
but
cashier.
why is that what she handed you the check like that? Okay, I thought it was your boss firing you. I mean, you got some stuff.
Wait, I can't.
Okay, so she gave you a check. So I'm you.
Right.
Hi, welcome to the Goodwill. I'm
Goodwill?
Craigford.
Actually, it's not Goodwill. It's Hudson Salvage. That's okay.
Okay, it didn't really matter, but welcome to Hudson Salvage Singular. Cut. That was it. Dead on.
Yeah.
And then next thing, love was made one phone
but
call.
she was fine as hell, man. She from top to bottom, she was drop dead gorgeous, and there's no way that I should have thought that I had any chance with that girl.
Oh, you shouldn't think like that. Yeah,
But
you
the
should.
way she looked at me, I was head over heels and instantly in love.
It was
with
just a
her.
look. So you took it the wrong way. So
Oh,
you,
big time.
has that happened ever since? Was that the only times you learned from
I
your mistake?
learned my lesson. That's never happened again.
Lying.
No. No.
So you hadn't assumed that somebody was attracted
Oh,
to
I've
you.
always assumed, yeah, but I never took it the next level.
Okay, so to that next level.
Yeah.
So we were actually talking not long ago, and the current work you're at, there was a girl flirting with you.
Oh boy, we gonna go there today?
We're reeling it all in.
We're going into current
This
situation?
is
That's still
unlimited
That's still
podcast.
That's still a bruise on my heart. That's still new.
But that's what podcasts are designed for, to beat the crap out of the heart. That's why we do it. So, go ahead.
Well, actually, I found let's digress. Let's go to current job, but a woman giving me a phone number.
Okay, you're talking about something over 18.
Yes, wait, over my age, but look younger.
Oh, your age, which you're 54. Me and you about the same age, 54.
Yeah, I worked at a different store, not the store I'm working now, but she actually handed me a love note. That was like first time that's ever happened. Yeah, like here's my number, call me, I like you, ... Kind of like almost high schoolish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But she's older than you, so we're talking, could be 60?
I would say 60ish, but
Yeah,
she still
probably.
looked like she was in her 40s.
Yeah, probably loss of
She was
vision.
older, huh?
Loss of vision.
But she I thought she was fine. I don't put a Hunter thinks I just cradle rob, but no.
You go
I
to the extreme.
I've been attracted to 6-year-old women that have 20-year-old bodies. I mean, they do.
Do they
There's
make
some out
those?
there. Oh yeah, they
Where
do.
are you from?
I'm on the Gulf Coast. Have you seen some? of
I
these
don't get
women?
out that much.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I know-
they keep their shape.
Mostly, I know hunters' girls, they fall down, they get taller. So if I'm describing the full capacity,
she wasn't fine. She was cute, but the fact that she was a customer kind of it's kind of a role reversal. Because what if that goes?
Oh, I thought
south?
you worked with her. I'm sorry.
No. I'm digressing to a different store.
Got you. Go ahead. You got the
leading
full.
up to them. But I did. I think I did Facebook her. I did wind up Facebooking this woman, and she was like, unfortunately, just downright depressing. Like, my life is falling apart.
Oh, she was depressed. She was depressing and depressing.
She was just bringing me down, and she was like, my health is not so great. I need to go to bed right now. It's like 5 o'clock. And
Yeah, she had bad vision.
Okay, yeah. And I didn't say I'm not going to talk to her. It just kind of was ghost things. It just happened. She stopped talking to me, and I stopped talking to her. We didn't talk to each other. So.
Yeah, tell people that might know what ghosting is. What is ghosting? Some people don't know what ghosting is.
Ghosting is when you just cut it off.
Cut communication off. Like you're like texting.
It's a clean break. It's just a...
Yeah, no, it's not a clean break. It's a clean diss.
Yeah. Well, she did it vice versa. She stopped messaging me, too, so we both ghosted each other.
Basically. Wait, that's impossible. You can't ghost at the same time. One got ghosted. Oh. You got ghosted, didn't you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right, now go ahead.
No.
Now that we got that out. The truth, the last of the dying breed, will come out right here.
I currently don't want to, I hate to talk about anything that's current.
All right, well, the producer controls, there you go. You got the producer controls everything that's current tonight. Well, let's just talk about it and we'll edit it out.
Oh,
we don't have to. This is recorded.
Let's just do it. Fill it out. Just fill it out.
No, let's not waste our time. Let's do this. Let's talk about somebody. Craig, how old are you?
I'm 54.
All right. What's some advice you got to these younger cats that are entering into the dating world?
Oh boy. Buyer beware. Yeah, women today are, I don't know, they're what? Beyond it, what we grew up with.
Okay. I'll jump in on this. Let's go.
Beyond what we grew up knowing. When we grew up, knowing was, give her a flower, give her a message, and you go back and forth, give her your phone number. And now it's like, if you look at a woman wrong, I feel, if you look at them wrong, you're dead.
Okay.
I mean, that's how I feel.
All right, I'm on the bandwagon now. Let's ride for a minute. So, talking about the generational changes in the last 30, 40 years that we've been through is how we dated, how women were, and how they are now.
Huge.
So you're saying, are they more conservative than what the girls used to be?
I think girls or women, young women, feel entitled, overly entitled. And like the man has to give 125% of his time and his money, and they don't have to do that but look pretty. And I just think that whoever's bringing up these women is, it's the way they're being brought up. Now, some women out there, and we won't name names, like the woman we can talk about the woman I'm attracted to a little bit.
Okay.
She comes from what I can tell, a man that kind of reminds me of my dad. Hard-nosed, hard-working, down to earth, doesn't feel like she's do anything, that she has to earn what she, and that's what attracts me.
That's right. It's attractive. So what we got to figure out as men, and a lot of our viewers are going to be around our age, and about how we think. We're going to say things that they're thinking, but they may not say. But they're going to watch this and be like, heck yeah, or either heck no. We've got a comment section, so they're going to beat the crap out of us or love us. It doesn't matter, because I don't care. I want it all. I want everybody is entitled to their opinion. So let's figure out where the imbalance is with relationships between men and women right now.
Women expect you to be mind readers. I saw a TikTok the other day. I like to watch a lot of TikTok.
Okay.
I remember the woman, the guy and the woman are going to a restaurant, and the guy knows what he wants to eat, and he asks the girl what she wants to eat. She goes, I want you to know what I want to eat.
Wow. I hadn't seen that one.
Yeah.
Is it a fake one of those dramatized, or is this real?
I think it's a stand-up comedian thing, but still.
Okay. It's the point. They're making fun of what's really out there.
I can feel that,
Right.
They want you to know what, and if you don't know what they want, then screw you. I mean, it's an impossible era that we're living in as men these days. Right. The men are getting beat down, but a lot of men are taking it. And that's why older women can be more attractive, because that's where that generation gap. It's a generational thing. So, but ultimately we can, it all started, we can go back to when the internet started. It started
molding
early
these
90s.
peoples, and then the kids started having kids, so to speak. So these parents became friends of their kids, and being a friend with your kid, you'll never mature quick enough to catch up with society in your lifetime, the way I see it.
I was never a friend with my dad until I got married.
Exactly. I respected the crap out of him. I was scared of my dad. I respected him.
Yeah.
And that's a long boss thing, because we see internet stuff about these kids being rude to their kids, whether it's staged or not. They're still making the story that this is what the reality of it is, how it is, and whether it's fake or not, we call it fake. But that's really what's happening. They've seen that happen.
And you could probably you've probably been more out in the world than I have as far as dating concerned. But I feel like women.
I've been with one girl my whole life, Janet Webb.
Liar. That women will be attracted to a man that stands on his own because they want to know why they don't need them.
Correct.
You know, and then they get under your skin and you go, oh, I'm in love, and then that's how they hook you.
So I know that a lot of women, I see these surveys they put out there as far as what a woman expects out of a man. And you always hear over 6 foot, 6 figures,
Right.
and do anything I want, love me unconditionally. And then when they ask the question, what do you have to offer? They can't come up with anything, but you're a misogynist.
But I'm beautiful.
Yeah, that's they're riding on their looks, and that's all they think they've got to do.
Right.
And that's where all the filters come from online, on you know, this fake. You're getting catfished, you know, people you think you're going to see, because dating sites are a big deal now. Have you ever used a dating site? Nothing wrong with it.
I have.
All right, well, did you meet up with somebody you expected to meet up
I
with?
guess I'm too monetaristic.
Yeah.
I don't like to spend money to.
For a woman?
Well, you're going to spend money regardless.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes. But when they ask for like $100 a month or whatever, $100 a year, yeah.
What were they asking for the money?
Well, no, like Plenty of Fish. If you want to be a subscriber, and
I just learned that. So
Yeah.
you got to pay for a subscription to stay on.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of Fish.
Oh, and it's just for the men. Talk
Right.
about.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask this.
The women aren't going to have to pay.
What app do you use?
You can do Plenty of
I haven't
Fish.
used it, but I did use Plenty of Fish back in the day.
Okay.
They didn't have subscription, but it makes sense. They're chasing the money.
Yeah, they did.
They know the men are going to pay for it. It's like, well, you can access more people in your location if
Right.
you pay
X.
this. You know what I mean?
Wow, I've just been
yeah.
educated, guys. I didn't know that.
Plenty of Fish. You name it.
OnlyFans,
Yeah.
which brings us to a different point. That's basically what the new parents are bringing up. These
OnlyFans.
kids, they have no modesty. They have no integrity. They think their body, they sell it. Their body's going to run out. The youth's going to run out. What are they going to do then? What's the world going to come to?
Then they'll find their own older man that's got money. It's just the way it is.
It's all
man.
about the manipulation.
Meet Me, any of those. Tinder, you're gonna have to pay women that you pay for a gift to give them. Like TikTok, if you're gonna give them a flower or on a live feed,
Right.
same thing. I think Tinder was, or it could be Meet Me. You gotta give them, if you want to give your love interest a flower, a digital flower.
Right, I got
Not
you.
a real flower.
I got you.
A digital.
But it costs?
Ice cream cone or whatever. Yeah, it
like
costs
Cash
money.
App.
Yeah, it costs money.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But to my knowledge, women don't have to pay. No.
Okay.
Zero. Match.com. You got to pay a subscription for that.
How much you paying for Grindr?
Huh? I don't pay. I'm too stingy. I don't pay for Grindr, Tinder. I should, I guess. Now that I'm 54 years young, gonna have to pay for it.
Okay.
But one more the other. Let's get back on the real tip. When you're dating a woman, they expect you to pay.
Right.
They don't expect to pay for the food.
Right.
I'll die of a heart attack right then and there if a woman says, I got this.
That's true. That's
Do
true.
you think there's a standard that's been set? Do you think that there's a way to? What's the way to come back to the? To dial this back, or do you think it's too far gone?
What we're saying is, let's figure out a way. What is it going to take? In my simple opinion, I'll answer this and I'll step away. Men quit being simps.
Right.
It's up to the man. The man is letting
I was
happen.
going to say the same thing.
Okay.
Actually, I have to say this because I'm older. It's up to the younger man, and the younger man can flip the script at a younger age in about 10 more years, maybe.
Right. 10, 15 minimum. It's going to take a long time.
Maybe women's attitudes will change where they okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought when I got a little older and on down there, that eventually a woman would ask me out. It never happens. I guess I'm too ugly.
Actually, I've seen more women, and online, I'm not out in the public with it, but online you can learn a lot. Women tend to be more aggressive with the asking out if they see somebody they like. Have you got a sense of that? They don't have our grandmothers, you know, the authenticity of the way things should be, the pride.
Well, they got to be, because the guys aren't doing it.
The guys aren't doing it. Do we feel like the guys are emasculated now?
Yeah.
I mean, there's actual studies. I may ruffle some feathers with this if you're out there and you're a soy boy, but this ain't the channel for you. Testosterone levels are half of what they were of the men 50 years ago. Or the stats, I can't quote them. I'd have to pull them up.
Wow.
That the testosterone is lower, and that it's kind of like it's a societal thing. It's really happening for whatever reason. I think diet. They call them soy boys. These guys are actually turning into more feminine genetics.
Talking about they're vegetarians or something?
No, well, a lot of soy boys are vegetarians, but soy boy is just a term that's been coined for sissy boy. Low testosterone, however you want to call it, not a manly man. Manly men are, you know, tend to be going, wait, it's not our army. I'm, you know, what are we going to do about our defense? I was talking with Hunter one time. I said, what do we do? All these guys are getting weaker if the testosterone is 50%. That's our strength. That's our aggression. That's our fight. He said, well, most of them would be back there behind joysticks like there are games, you know, at war.
They hope that the enemy accepts their I'm tired flashcard.
Exactly.
Don't bother me flashcard. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the games are definitely confusing them. But I think this is what we're saying. A lot of people are concerned, at least from our generation, because we're called the boomers. We're made fun of by Gen Z, probably right there on the edge of millennials. And we're definitely the last of the dying breed.
Now back to the dating thing. I think if a man asks a woman out, that he should. Whoever the instigator of the date
pay for it
is the one that pays.
You invite
now,
them.
if the woman asks, I think it's you know, I believe in womanism.
Exactly.
You know, I believe in feminism.
Womanism. We're going to coin some new words on this show, and womanism is going to be right there.
Feminism that they could pay. Yeah.
Yes,
but I'll pay for my own. I'll never.
Well, it's just the idea of them offering.
It's the way I'm brought up. I'll pay for at least pay for my own.
Right. We're from a different generation, no doubt, but. It's hard on me, and that's actually what really started me and Hunter talking about doing this. Is just he heard enough about the way I think and the stuff I'm tired of, and he's like, we need to bring it to life. He said he thinks there's some people out there that want to hear it, say it. They may not want to say it, but they want to hear it and then affirm. It's affirmation for what they're already thinking, especially guys hung up in a bad marriage, had the woman wearing the pants, he's going to work all day, she doesn't work, I'm the greatest mom, that's the hardest job in the world, whatever. Stay in your lane. There's a job for a man, there's a job for a woman, right? Stay in your lane. The woman doesn't have to run the guy doesn't have to, if it's happening, the guy's letting it happen. But it needs to be a 50-50 teamwork to make it work. Right. And that's why actually marriages are on a downhill.
40% now.
Yeah, so you've actually heard too.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not a big statistic guy, but this is stuff that I hear.
I watch a lot of TikTok and a lot of
you learn a lot
stuff,
from that.
And the Whatever channel is awesome. I don't know if you heard of Whatever channel.
Yeah, Whatever. Sure have.
The Whatever channel has made me rethink the marriage scene. Like, this guy's right. I would say he's not right 100% of the time, but he's right like 90% of the time. I mean, he's talking about the differences between men and women and how it's a double standard.
Right.
It's tougher to be a guy today than it ever was.
Yep. Is that? Did they do a podcast too?
Yeah, it's called Whatever.
Whatever. I was just watching it before we came up here.
Yeah, it's just
actually, Hunter, I think you just sent me a video from it.
It's spot on.
About the guy, forget his name, the guy, the head guy, and simply asked a question. She said, "You're being misogynistic," and he said, "Could you define misogynistic for me?"
Nope, can't do it.
Froze up. She asked to leave the show, and she almost started crying because she wanted to go home. That's what she said. So what I texted him back, I said, that right there, she loaded up on the bandwagon before she asked why. What are we doing? Why are we here? And what is misogyny? But everybody just wants to follow.
In a nutshell, this explains it to me. A non-attractive, I would say, a 5 woman on the Whatever show 200, 300-pound woman
Right.
claims, I don't know if it's true, claims that she at one time was so depressed that to get out of depression, she slept with 10 guys in one night. And here's how I can see it happening. Either she's getting a soy guy or 10 soy guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, the only thing really she had going for her is her TITSs, and that's it. You know.
And a VIGINA.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and she put a BAG over it, and we're good. But
Told you we're gonna learn to spell.
spelling is fun. Yeah, she this woman who we never would think would get 10 guys in one night. I honestly believe she's telling the truth that she could get 10 guys in one night in a 10-hour span or even an 8-hour span. Maybe 2 guys at one time.
Yeah, there's multiple guys at a time.
There's multiple ways of doing this math, but a guy can't get 10 girls in one night.
It's letting you know the control and the power they have.
Not that that's right either, but
it's just
it's the power.
The example is making the claim that these females can manipulate and do that as long as these simp guys keep letting it happen. It gives them power and control and false confidence of who they really are. And just because they're doing it, they're not there for love. They're doing it there for themselves, but they take it as everybody wants me.
Yeah.
Not true.
Yeah.
They want that. That's it. Because they can't get something else.
On whatever channel, which is also true, a woman can have sex with any guy that she wants, but it's up to the man to decide who he's going to marry.
Right.
It's not really, in my opinion.
No,
I'm not trying to be.
I agree.
I'm not trying to be chauvinistic, but it's not really up to. No, it's up to the woman to make the man believe that he wants to marry her. But the final say is that the man's going to go, yeah, I want to marry you.
Right.
That's where the balance is a little bit, where a woman can have sex wherever she wants, but when it comes time to going down the aisle, she's got to convince the man. The man doesn't have to convince the woman.
Will you marry me?
Right.
In which now I've seen to turn women asking men to marry them, and I've seen women not give their last name up to the men more than it used to be.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You got to understand, we're from the South too, so there's a little bit of a different.
That's true.
We got a little bit of a different way of looking at things, and a lot of people will say, well, that's it's the old school way, and it's archaic and stuff like that. But we stand on a lot of our traditions, and for a long time, traditionalism has been both a blessing and a curse. But now it's being turned completely upside down. So
we'll go back to the Bible. The two become one. You get the same name. I mean, it's part of becoming a team. Mm-hmm. 50-50, like we said before.
Just what we talked about a while ago. It's not like that.
I don't think that it's a way of women giving over their power just because they give up their name. I think it's as you become one person, more than just physical. It's everything. All or nothing.
For thousands of years, that's the way it was, or however long. It's just always been that way. And the reason they don't want to be traditional is because they feel like they're giving their power up to the man, and that's a big red flag with the guy that you don't complain, because you knew in the beginning when she said, "I'm not taking your name." Right. You got a heck of a ride. That's when you say, "All right, let's just date."
Now, I don't expect Taylor Swift to give up her name. I just don't.
Yeah.
But
that's a brand.
That's a brand. That's a brand.
That's definitely different. So I would say that would be different, but. That's still a tall order to have to marry into something like that.
We're on the topic of marriage, and you got to reiterate my question here, Craig. But you've been married 2 times. For someone who's been married 2 times, give honest advice to somebody. How old were you when you first got married? And let's get some advice.
Well, I was older than the average young married couple when I first got married. I was 27.
27.
And no lie, don't laugh. I was a virgin when I got married.
Nothing wrong with that. That's one thing I've never had an issue with. I commend you.
Handle the Bible.
Don't leave me hanging, though. I will punch you in the forehead and knock your wig off.
Yeah.
I commend that. I don't have an issue with that because I was one too.
Yeah.
I'm not married.
Yeah, that's right. So you're still a virgin?
Yes.
But at 27, how hard is that? I mean, it's really no.
Yeah, because you didn't have a clue what you were doing.
No.
Should we get into details?
No. But advice, I guess advice, the other side is advice of how not to get divorced.
Yeah.
versus how to get married.
Do you think that it should be harder to get married than it is to get divorced? Because it's so easy to get married, but it's so hard to get divorced. Is that something governmental?
It depends on the mentality of the two people. If they're going in there as in a marriage as a dating situation, or are they going there for a permanent situation?
True love.
I can't speak for my wives, and they're still my wives.
He sounds like he's Hebrew or whatever those people that
biblically,
have harem.
biblically, once you're married, you're always married. My
Yeah.
wives, I can't speak for them, but I can speak for myself. Is my first marriage I was a domineering a-hole.
Was? Or
Yes.
you still are?
No, I'm not anymore. But I was a domineering a-hole. It was my way or the highway. I ran the ship, and
As a virgin.
if you didn't go with the ship, then you can get off the ship, and she did.
Captain V.
So, in her defense, I could have been more sensitive and more open as a man, but it takes two to make it. It takes one to break it. So, my first marriage, I think communication is key in any relationship.
Hallelujah.
And once the communication broke down and the D word comes out, see, if you never speak it to provision, it doesn't come.
Yeah.
Once the D word came out,
D word.
D
Donkey wiener.
right, the stone starts carrying moss down the hill until it gets bigger than you are, and the next thing you know, you're signing papers and you're divorced. The reason I say it's easier to get divorced than marriage because divorce is it's almost an emotional thing. Oh, she wants to get married. She signed the papers first. Well, then I'm going to sign it too. It's ego. But marriage it's just harder because you're building something.
Well, you say that as far as the ease, but as by law, yes, I'm saying it's easy to go down to the justice of the peace and get married, but man, you have kids and you've got properties, you got assets, you got attorneys, that is hard to get out of that.
I married right and divorced right. Both of my wives, it was what's yours is what mine is mine.
So
both of them were cordial to me and nice to me. They didn't ask for the house, they didn't ask for a car, they didn't ask for this, they didn't ask for that. They said what's yours is yours and what's mine is mine. But I got lucky.
That's not typical.
That's not typical. No, the typical is I'm gonna have the kids and you're gonna pay child support.
I'm taking everything.
I do pay for that, but as far as
that's the right thing to do.
As far as monetaristic stuff, what's yours is yours and what's mine is mine. Just put it down the middle. That's it, done. But again, not to divorce. I can give more advice how not to divorce, and the big one is the C word is communication. You have to talk. Once you stop talking in any relationship, not only marriage, it's over.
Oh yeah, not marriage, anything,
Clock
business
out,
partnerships,
done.
friends, whatever. Yeah, it's done.
Done.
It's done. But do you see marriage thinning out in this new generation? As far as it's just not, I don't see it as much.
I think they just consider marriage as dating.
Yeah.
They can, especially the women. They think they can, which is probably more true than men. They can go get a guy at a drop of a hat just by dropping it down.
Plenty of fish. So it's just the social disconnect that I see because everybody's communicating on cell phones and they're not meeting up. And the kids I see that go to these parties, it's a drunk fest or it's a blackout event and they just drag their buddies back home and it's just a lot different than what it was back in my time. It is, and they don't. And then I don't want to get into politics of it, but the new woke world and the way things are. That's a whole different day right there for me. But it's something that I am concerned about, and I do. My son, he's 32. And he missed that. And people with kids nowadays, I genuinely kind of feel sorry for them, having to raise kids in this society and the new world coming up, because it can't be easy on them. But still, I think parents all have, not my kid, perfect kid. It's a lot of the problem. Their kids are perfect, and when they're hearing about what they've done, instead of controlling it and fixing the issue, you didn't do anything wrong. You keep doing you. And that's all these parents are doing that, to being friends. They don't want the kid to be mad at them. And divorced parents are, I'm trying to win my kid, so they're going to do everything for them, not discipline, not reprimand for anything. And so these kids, I see them as a bunch of animals running around doing what the heck they want to do. But they know how to manipulate in front of the parents and people. I've seen it both sides. They're like the perfect little angel, and they're little demons. They turn around and just go back out, and evil.
Do no wrong.
Bullying, whatever, getting online. The parents don't control the internet. It's porn everywhere, man. You can go on Twitter, which is now X. It's porn. It's these kids. They're desensitized to any mischief in life, and they have.
There's no consequences to their actions.
None. They don't, and they expect teachers and the law to raise their kids. That's basically what's happening. They don't intentionally do that, but they're not doing their job at home. Throw them a phone. Throw them a computer. Throw them an Xbox. Get out of our hair.
Well,
That's not how you raise a kid.
Back to when we were growing up, put you in front of the TV set like cable guy, and let the TV raise you.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying my parents did that,
But guess what we did when we got done doing that, or the rabbit ears wouldn't adjust? We went outside.
Yeah.
We drank from the water hose. We did stuff that didn't kill us.
I turned on the Atari.
The Atari.
And I got lost. I still play video games to disconnect from the world.
Yeah.
But that's why I guess I'm fat, because I just play video games all the time.
He said it, I didn't. Einstein has gained a little weight. So
I'm born and raised an Atari guy.
Okay.
And I never left.
So okay, well, while we're here on video games, what do you play, man? I mean, I'm not a gamer.
Geez.
I think Moji knows a little more about gaming than I do.
I'm probably the most nerdiest player ever.
Really?
To be.
You ain't got the headset.
I don't do the Call of Duty or anything. My favorite game is Head Coach, where I play a coach. I don't even play the video game. I call in the plays, and that's what I do.
Okay.
And it's fun to me.
All right, so I'm glad that you're happy, because I can see the joy in your face. But tell me about you don't wear the headsets and talk to the little kid?
No, as a nerd player, I sign the contracts, and I call in the plays. I don't even
What
play.
year is that game based in?
2009.
Oh God, I don't know what it is, but
It's head coach. You're an NFL head coach, and you sign the contracts, and you make the plays up, and you draw up the plays, and you select the players, and you go.
And then they play it.
They play it. You don't even play it.
All right, what's he's got a question for you, but what console do you play this on?
I have evolved to a PS3.
Jeez.
Craig, you don't have Wi-Fi, do you?
I do finally have Wi-Fi.
When did you get Wi-Fi?
A
month ago?
Last year.
So you were cranking out them DVDs at Goodwill.
Yep. Sure was.
Do you have any streaming services?
No. I'm doing this now for the first time.
So
do I stream? I thought you mean, do I stream myself? Yes, I do Roku.
That's why he's here, right there. That's how his brain works.
I do Roku. Everything's about me. I do Roku. That's all I do. Roku.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Craig, you're admittedly a narcissist, right?
Yes, I am. I'm borderline.
You're not a malignant narcissist.
I'm not a malignant narcissist. No.
Okay, define malignant.
And the females in my life that come and gone can contest to that.
Define malignant. What you just said right there. You stop. Go.
So malignant is a narcissist that has cruel intentions. You know,
right.
They're not only are they all about themselves, but
right.
They purposely they're almost like a psychopath when they purposely manipulate people, and they look at people almost as just
pawns,
players in their own movie. You know.
All right. So okay.
But in a way that they wouldn't mind being mean. Now Craig, if he was mean to somebody, or if he did something bad to somebody, he would feel bad, but then he would probably in his mind
justify it. Yes,
yes. You know?
That might be true.
Yes.
Narcissists would not care. They would be like, well, they deserve it. Craig would be like, well, I really wasn't in the wrong whenever I,
like a Michael Scott.
I hit that guy on the bike because, he was in the other lane. So,
like you said, I'm a Michael Scott narcissist.
All right.
Craig is the real life Michael Scott. Ain't no doubt about it. And he doesn't even try to be. It's just him. And that's one of the reasons we got you on the show, man.
That's why you're here.
Because you're going to be you. You know?
But it's just like, I think a malicious narcissist doesn't even know that they don't even
Malicious.
malicious
Malignant.
Malicious.
Malignant.
malicious malignant.
Malignant.
Okay, malignant. Jeez. Okay, malignant believes doesn't even want to accept himself as a narcissist. At least I know my faults. I'm a borderline narcissist asshole.
I don't know if it's borderline. I think we can drop that, shorten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So he hitting a malignant, or what is it? Malicious?
He said
What-
malignant.
yeah,
I like
that's
malicious, but he likes malignant.
Malicious does sound pretty good, but
Yeah.
I mean, you have a tendency to make up words. That's part of your narcissism.
It is. Oh, speaking of narcissism, I know that you've told me stories about the way you drive, and you don't like to wait on traffic.
I'm a very impatient person.
All right, so you call it impatience. No, we're going to call it impatient. So I know, will you stop at a red light if there's a parking lot nearby? Stop sign?
Yeah. That's the way around.
That's
That's how you beat the system.
Okay, so
I thought he was an alcoholic when I first met him, but then I rode with him and I realized what was going on. He just doesn't like to wait. He'll curb check and go over things. He's not an alcoholic. Which
I'm better.
makes it even sadder because he doesn't.
I'm better at it now because I got a little scuff on my practically brand new car. So I stopped doing a lot of that.
But the car before that, you never had hubcaps on it. So that's what was going on? You just hit curbs and popped the hubcaps off?
No,
and
one of the very first wrecks I had was in Dallas, and I had one here in Pascagoula, one in Dallas, and then one in California, which made me turn around and bucktail back home.
Just reckon. Or you consider yourself a good driver?
I was trying to do a Huey on
Huey Lewis?
yeah, a Huey in California.
AKA Huey. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Huey. A Huey in California, and
And on the highway, probably.
no, on a regular road.
That's the highway out there in California.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And the person behind me was impatient and was trying to get around me at the same time, and we beat each other.
Their fault.
Yeah, their fault.
Did you get picked that up off that misogynistic, malignant, or whatever?
I had my blinker on and everything.
Oh, that makes it right.
That's right. No, I mixed it to the left. I was turning left.
Okay, so driving is awesome. But besides gaming,
And it was on Encino Street of all places. But anyway.
Oh, Encino Man.
Yeah.
I got you. So the hobbies is basically playing head coach.
Pretty much.
This is
Yeah.
funny because I'm gonna have to go Google that because I have no idea what.
I
I've
do
never heard of it.
Roblox with my kids, though. They live in Alabama, so I'll get on with them and play games with them.
Roadblocks.
You ever heard of Roblox?
Don't be mad at me for not being a
Jesus,
gamer.
wake up to 2023.
Okay, do you know what Roadblocks is?
Roblox, yeah.
Yeah, Roblox is where you're interacting with people as basically an emoji, a live emoji.
And you can spend some money on that thing.
And you have hands and feet. And body
Okay,
and
so I know you don't spend money on it.
yeah, a little
For your
bit.
kids?
Not a whole lot.
For your kids?
It's called Robux. It's an imaginary thing. You can buy like clothes and stuff for your character.
Because I'm a
You
narcissist.
spend thousands
I'm
and thousands of
narcissistic, so
dollars on it, dude.
I don't spend thousands. I spend 20 here and 5 there. But for me, that's a lot of money. But you see, it's an interactive game where you go into this virtual world as an emoji, full body emoji, and your kids can come on. They live in Alabama, and they can come onto this world at the same. They're all in the same.
Oh,
world at
you're
the same
playing
time.
here with them.
Right.
Okay, because you got Wi-Fi.
It's not
now.
a VR.
Okay.
It's not VR. When I didn't have Wi-Fi, I used mobile. I always had internet. I used mobile internet.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay,
Wi-Fi.
I got you plugging into Ethernet.
Yeah. So it's addictive game, by the way. If you've never played it, once you play it, it's addictive.
Dicked up game.
It's addictive. Yes.
It's okay.
very.
Man, Moji, I know you. I think you had another question that was interesting with Craig. I can't call it right offhand, but I know we're wrapping up, getting to wrap up here. We're going kind
We
of.
can have a part 2, Craig.
Yeah, we definitely could. Craig,
They can follow up when Craig decides to open up about his current love life situation.
That's why he's holding back. He wants a part 2.
well, Craig, it's hold on. Let's see here. I'm trying to get this situated. It's a lot of things that we kind of touched on is you've got age, man. You have age on people.
I have AIDS. What? No.
If you do, I'm okay with it.
Last time I test.
When did you test? Why'd you test?
I always do wellness. And they take all your blood work. They take the whole 9.
Yeah, but that's for when you go to jail. They just drug. That's a blood test.
You go to wellness. They take They take 3 vials of blood. They do everything. The whole 9 yards. BD, you name it.
How many times have you had BD?
Never.
Which kind?
Knock on knee.
Feel like going shopping, dear?
I'm just not in the swing today.
When my husband is out of sorts because he needs a laxative, I get one that's not harsh. Flavored Haley's M.O.
Good-tasting Haley's is a gentle way to get back in the swing. It's a blend of a gentle comforting agent and a thorough laxative. So dependable.
Pretty lively today.
Back in the swing.
When you sometimes need a laxative, get back in the swing with flavored Haley's M.O.
All right, guys, we're back with the last of the
dying breed.
Thank you.
Last of the dying breed.
It's with last of the. That's I'm gonna have trouble with that.
You're gonna plug some.
Last of the. I'm just trying to keep the out of it.
Not yeah.
And
That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna plug some people, right? Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, guys, to the last of a dying breed with Raphael Craig Patterson. We're hitting it hard, hitting it fast, telling you what you like to hear, what you don't, but that's okay. That's what the comment section's for. We're going to talk a little bit more about Craig's YouTube sensational videos.
This is what I do, Mom. You happy?
All right. Welcome back, Craig, Raphael. Let's talk about what you've got out there on YouTube.
I don't have a lot of subscribers, I hate to say that, but I love to do my auditions and stuff, and y'all made a good point about I got so pissed off about the mask wearing one time.
A mask protest.
And I just hated Tate Reeves so bad that I literally made a sign. Not only did I make a sign, I did a video of how I made the sign.
To show people how to make a sign if they want to go do their own protest?
That's right.
Okay.
Narcissistic values,
okay.
101.
Yes.
And I hate Tate Reeves. I made a Tate Reeves sign, and like hell Tate.
Hi, hell Tate.
Okay.
That's what the sign said. HEILTATE.
Okay. All right.
Keep it simple.
Like it.
And I found out he was coming to Pascagoula, and on my lunch break, I drove down. I had the sign ready to go, and I'm sitting in the car, and I'm going, I'm not doing this. This is too stupid.
So you actually try to talk yourself out of it?
I'm not going to do this. And I just sit there, and I look over behind me, and I see this old man. He's marching back and forth, yelling and screaming. He's got a sign. I said, well, there you go. That's my sign to go. So this old man inspired me. I just jumped out of my car, grabbed my sign.
So he just happened to be there to protest?
Yeah.
Where were you?
Tate Reeves was doing something for the fire station.
Oh,
right there across from, right there on Market Street. Right across from Market Street.
Is that Jackson and Convent?
Yeah. And so I'm going up, marching up down Convent there. Hell Tate. And I'm just doing my thing, and my way of protesting. And people are driving by, and they'll stop and say something, and they keep on going. Or
is this guy? I don't mean to interrupt because I definitely want to hear this. But this other guy you were talking about, is it just you there now, or is it you two?
Well, we weren't both protesting the mask. He was protesting the fact that we didn't have a right to say what kind of flag we wanted. That the I don't know if you know this, but the legislation made up a override principle or law of their own that they could vote for the state flag, their own, and override the people's vote. And so he was there to protest something, I guess, a little bit more legit than me. But anyway, nevertheless, he inspired me to keep going, to do it, because otherwise I would have chickened out.
Okay.
I was chickened out.
All
So
right.
I'm going Hell State. I've got my arm out like I'm a freaking
German
soldier.
Nazi.
Yeah, Nazi, yeah. Next thing I know, cops are pulling up. Cops pull up and talk to him first. And then they come up to me and go, "Hey, what's your deal? This, that, and everything." God. I turned back to I'm not the protester anymore. I'm Craig Patterson, junior high.
What's going on? But just out here, sir. Walk in the pavement here, sir.
Okay. Where you live at? I mean, are you from around here?
Yeah.
Okay. Why you pick right here?
Oh, I saw this man here peacefully protesting, and I thought it would be a good idea to do the same.
And I'm going. I'm getting really nervous, and because I'm thinking I'm going to jail. So here I am. I'm going to go to jail. And so, but I even though I in my mind I'm Craig again, I still going, Hell State. I love Tate Reeves. He's the best, don't you know?
That's it?
That's it, sir. Hell Tate. He's the best governor in Mississippi. Don't you know? He's the best. I yell that too, sir.
Wait,
the cops are going.
What accent was that?
Some kind. I was so nervous that I lost the German.
You had a mask on, protesting the mask mandate outside.
Well, I think I slipped it on when the cops showed up. I don't know if I did or not.
Is there a video?
Yeah, we're gonna show it real quick.
I don't think I had the mask on.
Don't lie. We got video.
Because the other guy didn't either.
We got overlay videos in the show. So don't lie.
But anyway, I probably was really gonna put one on for them because I was scared to go to the prison.
Y'all keep talking. I'll try to get the video queued up.
But I didn't video myself unless there's a reflection of myself on the cop car. Then that would be the proof. Yeah, you can just.
You should have Wi-Fi.
It's wishful think. It's youtube.com/wishful thinking 1 2 3.
We'll find it. We'll get it in
We'll put a link in the description.
That's right. Anyway, so I'm kind of breaking up with them, trying to talk to them, and I thought I was really going to prison. That scared me shitless.
So did that go ahead and end your protest days or what?
Well, mind you, I did it on my lunch break, so I only did it for the hour. I had to go back to freaking work, regular work.
You were scared you were going to get fired because you didn't show back up because you were in jail for wearing a mask.
All these things going through my mind.
Protesting a mask mandate.
And
we'll worry about that later.
I think the cops had masks on. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. And I don't watch my videos like
I think they all were. The city all had to wear them.
Yeah.
So
they asked me questions, and they see that I'm a legitimate fruitcake. They didn't actually hook me up. They could have said, "This guy's insane." You're going to put him in a straitjacket.
Do you believe it? He's the best governor in Mississippi. Just say, Hell Tate.
But
yeah.
But you seen it, right?
I did. I'm trying to remember back. Be honest with you. Main thing I remember about it that you started talking German, and I didn't know. Again, you had a mask on or something. I couldn't tell if that was real. I was like, "Who's talking German? Where did the accent come from? Is that nerves?"
Well, I was doing Heil Hitler the whole time. Hitler. I was doing that the whole time. Yeah,
but you said that you're a descendant of some German blood.
Oh yeah, well I am.
So you reverted back.
No. I'm a descendant of the Jewish.
Okay.
Side, not of the German side.
Okay.
My grandpa fled Germany probably because he thought his ass was going to get killed, and I wouldn't have been born.
Ooh.
But
how can we be so lucky?
How can we be so lucky?
So, but I heard German. And they'll see the video and let them decide exactly what that was. But fear will change a dialect.
It will.
I guess.
Fear was like I was scared shitless.
You realize you weren't about that life, huh?
I was going to be somebody's booty buddy that night.
It's all fun and games until it gets real.
Until somebody loses a liver.
You watch one video on YouTube and then they look cool with them. Yeah. I'm gonna try it myself. Yeah. Nope. Well, that's
they actually told me have a nice day and went around their merry way, laughing their ass off. Probably
they were scared. You about got tased out of fear. So, all right. Besides,
I've never been tased before.
Besides that, we can drop some other links to your YouTube sensational videos, and I think you had a pair of your Crocs break one time.
Oh yeah. I thought it would be a great idea to use the rat traps to resole my Crocs. It worked for a time.
You'll definitely click on that and see what's going on. You can kind of understand what we're dealing with here.
But somebody told me I didn't have enough lighting. Couldn't tell what shit I was doing.
It was probably
I think that was you.
Probably.
No, it was somebody else that legitimately tried to get on and figure out
How to fix it. Yes, exactly.
This guy had a rat glue trap. He stuck to the bottom of the thing. Y'all gotta check these videos out, man. They're great.
You've done some cooking on there too, haven't you?
Yeah.
Teach people how to make soup out of a can.
I got some Instagrams for crock pot. I made a crock pot today of chili. Oh my god, it's pretty good.
Ramen noodle. Oh, is that you had chili today?
Made
that
chili.
Explains the fog.
I should have put my camera up, I didn't. But I did chili and beans, and I did. I put some dry onion in it.
Mm-hmm.
The onion.
Onion powder.
Onion. Dehydrated onions. Sprinkle it on top. Put some corn on it. Put some barbecue sauce, and it was rocking.
Ooh, you still rocking?
Man, it was good.
That's what took him so late. He was late for some reason. Today,
I was lobbing that down.
Just putting it down, but it wasn't. So, all right. Well, Hunter, if you got any more questions for...
Greg, here's your opportunity to look in this camera right here and, and go ahead and say what you want to say to anybody and everybody. This is your time to speak.
Well, I'm just thankful that y'all thought I was an interesting character to be here today, and I'm just having fun. I think we have a great chemistry. I think this is something we can continue to do. And if y'all enjoy it, please comment. If there's something you don't like, we want the things you don't like and the things you do like, and so we can square this up and make it happen, Captain.
We want the truth.
That's right.
We want the truth. He can take it. I can take it. Lord knows I can take it. Yeah. Bring it on.
Yeah, we want this to be an open forum, and we want all the information we need to make this a better place.
Definitely. That's why we're doing it. To be a better world. We've got to stop the world spinning out of control. And if you don't think it's spinning out of control, you're one of them. We're not the guys for you.
Yeah, not. Hope you had fun. We hope we can do it some more.
Well, that's going to wrap up Last of a Dying Breed. I'm Paul Bryant. This is Raphael Patterson. And until next time, we'll catch you back up to speed.
Deuces.
And cut.
Cut.